Hello, welcome to Me and My Golf. We're your coaches Andy and Pierce, and it's time for Fixed in 60, where we answer your questions in just 60 seconds.
Get involved, post those questions down below so we can pick a winner for next week. Good luck with that.
Yes, and we're here on the 10th fairway here at the Asprey, and we're answering Steve Nichols' question. He's saying, guys, can you give me help with winter lies, winter fairways? I struggle to get a consistent strike when I'm on the fairway, specifically during the winter. Obviously the conditions change, we see this a lot. It really shows up some of the strike problems that they have, Pierce, due to the conditions. And I think the main reason is a lot of golfers tend to bottom out too early before the golf ball with an iron. Now in the summer, when it's firm ground conditions, it's okay because the club can often bounce and slide and you can still play a good shot. But when it gets to wet fairways, winter conditions, if you just get the ground slightly before the golf ball, then all the energy tends to go into the ground and you get these big divots and the ball doesn't really go too far.
And it does change things a lot, the winter does. I mean, you know, Steve, you're not the only person who says this, that, you know, oh, my swing's changed, it's, you know, hitting bad shots now. Well, actually, it's just the fact that the ground is a little bit more unforgiving. Yeah,
it just shows up more, doesn't it, really?
It does.
So, that said then, Pierce, it's a problem that we see,
yes.
But there are certain things that we can do around this to help. So we've got, today, 60 seconds to figure it out. We've also got the help here of TrackMan and Body Track.
Okay.
So just going to give some numbers and some information regarding obviously what's going on with the lower body.
Okay.
So let me get the clock ready.
So you're going to tell everybody what my low point is going to be after I've hit the shot using TrackMan.
Yes.
And I'll explain what we're using Body Track for as we go along.
Okay.
Right.
Ready to go?
Are you ready?
Go.
Okay, right. So there's a few things that we can do in the setup first of all. So we can get the golf ball and move it back in the stance. By moving the golf ball back in the stance, that allows for my low point to be later in the golf swing. So you can do that way, but I'm going to do it slightly differently. So I'm going to have my normal ball position, but I'm actually going to change where I put the weight in my stance. So I'm actually going to put what feels like to me about 60% of the weight into my lead side. Now, when I swing back, I'm also going to feel that I'm keeping that weight there. The reality is that I'll move over here, but I'm going to feel as though I keep that weight in the lead side. And then when I swing down, obviously that weight is back into that side and I'll go through into my finish. The ball flight will be a little bit lower and we're going to take a big divot here as well, but the contact will be a lot cleaner and then we'll obviously have that low point after the golf ball.
Okay.
It'll feel like a punch shot. It'll feel like a punch shot. So I'm expecting a big divot on this one, Andy.
Quite get the big divot
quite
there,
get the big divot, but the low ball flight, and look at that. Actually, you can see. I think the ball was kind of here on that one there. You're right. I didn't get the big divot, but the low point must have been later.
Yeah, the low point here on TrackMan was 6.3 inches after the golf ball, so the low point was certainly way after the golf ball. And now, look, Pierce doesn't need to actually work at this. This is something that he doesn't struggle with, but for the majority of the guys who do struggle with this, you know, they're not going to get massive divots. They're not, but you would expect to see that.
I would have normally seen that.
But the guys at home who do this, they're just going to get a more solid strike. So it's definitely worth giving this a go. And you can see from the Body Track there how the pressure did start on the left side. It didn't move too much towards the right, and it just really does help with getting that low point more after the golf ball.
I think as well, Steve, and anyone else who struggles in the winter, obviously do this, and if you see an improvement, don't just keep it for the winter. You know, take it into the summer as well, especially with the shorter irons. You know, it's really good maybe to control the flight a little bit more as well. So don't just have it as a winter, do it all year round.
There we go. Okay. Steve, hope that helps. Make sure you post any questions, and guys, for you, post any questions for next week and we'll choose a winner. Thanks for watching, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel for videos every week.